Buying a home is getting more and more expensive, especially with our exorbitant stamp duty rates. So it's no small wonder that many people are opting to stay at home and extend, thereby remaining beside their friends, family, schools and often better transport nodes. Property View €1,000 on an extension, and the most popular room for change is the kitchen. The slowdown in the rate of increases in the property market has done nothing to dampen our nation's voracious appetite for home improvement. In fact, our exorbitant rate of stamp duty means that even more people will be demanding extensions as they decide to stay put and extend or convert their existing property. Much of this will be funded by our 1 million special saving incentive account holders, all of whom will be getting about €20,000 each. So what's the most popular conversion or extension, and what do they cost? Property View decided to take a look at what's on offer. Figures released by online tradesmen.com, Ireland's largest online source of accredited trade professionals, reveal that property owners spend on average of €15,000 per project on labour alone. The average spend on extensions nationwide is about €50,000, though this can vary significantly from county to county. The average extension size comes in at about 300 square feet. Of the 25,000 property owners surveyed, more than half indicated that the development of their homes would involve 2 or more new rooms. Almost 40% earmarked their money for a new kitchen as a priority, closely followed by sunrooms, conservatories and home offices. Attic conversions also feature prominently, and another popular area of home improvements include bathroom refits, wooden floor installations, decking and landscaping.
We would cover around 60 different trade categories, everything from plumbers right the way up to building a new house, etc. Plumbers by far are the most in demand, or if you want to say the hardest to get. But in terms of actually home improvement, because often the plumber isn't doing a home improvement, he's doing a repair, the most popular type of home improvement, as I said, is kitchen, then followed by bathroom refits, tiling, wooden floors, decking, landscaping, all those other good things. So, it's quite diverse in terms of the type of work that people are getting done, but the majority of people are concentrating on the kitchens and the bathrooms, so that's what we find. Given that there's so much money in home improvement, we've given you some figures earlier on. I mean, it attracts a lot of people into the industry, and it's an unregulated industry to a large degree. It's very important that people actually try and source accredited and quality tradespeople. In the industry, on the internet, wherever you look, there's listings, there's rating sites, there's all these other good things, but nothing can beat an accreditation, somebody that actually has a qualification. Beware of rating systems is what I would say as well, just given that, there's nothing to say that the tradesperson can't go in and just rate themselves. So it's very important to try and get it from an accredited source. That's what we're doing. We're trying to build, a confidence into the trade sector and to provide property owners with a real service that will actually provide them with certainty in their projects and take the stress out of them. So that's our advice.
Well, I bought the place 3 years ago, and after taking a big hefty mortgage on board, really, really badly wanted to do the place up. But without having to, do 6-7 rooms together in one go, I decided to do a room a year. Now I got a guy over to take a look at the bathroom. I specified exactly what I wanted, and he said that he'd throw in a kitchen for me at the same time, which was a bit of a bad mistake, at the time, because obviously it was too good to be true. It was only supposed to take a 5-week period. After 4 weeks, I still had no running water, no sink, no shower, nothing. After 9 weeks anyway, I had to fire the guys because the level of workmanship was just appalling, and all the stuff I had specified, not one item of that had arrived. It was all the wrong stuff. Too big, too small, broken, some of it, it was just appalling, the whole level of workmanship. So they had to go in the end. And although it did come off the back of a recommendation, I had nowhere to go after that, So after, closing the book on that, this summer I decided, to get the sitting room done up, the room we're in at the moment. And rather than go back through recommendation or anything like that, I decided to give online tradesmen a go. For a couple of reasons, knowing that it was accredited to the National Guild, so any problems, at least I had somewhere to go back to, not like the other guys. And then secondly, it was going to be somewhat competitive, because there was 3 or 4 more quotes going in, rather than just one guy charging whatever he likes. So, it was a competition, and in the end of the day, the guys came in very competitive, and I'm delighted with what I got in the end. It was a very, very smooth process. I'd certainly recommend anyone, who wants small trade-like work done to their apartment or house or whatever, to go that route, because I found it very successful.
When somebody has decided that they need to get a project done and have some detailed information about what they actually want to do, they basically log onto the website, onto www.onlinetradesmen.com. They select the trade category that they require. So if it's a plumber, if it's a tiler, they select that particular section. They'll then go into something a little bit more detailed in terms of, well, what do you want to do? You're looking for a plumber, but what is it in relation to? Is it to fix a leak? Is it to install something, etc., etc.? So then you'll get asked a series of questions about that project. That gets passed on then to our accredited trade members, and the tradespeople who are available around the time frame that you've requested will respond in kind. So you'll get an email back saying somebody can start on a particular start date. They can provide it for an estimated price of X, albeit very often they have to do a site survey, and a profile of that individual tradesperson. So who has used them before, were there any comments against them or for them, and some information about their accreditations, their qualifications and experience. Now you may get up to 3 or 4 quotes per request, so it's really up to you then, just to, they're available, they're accredited, the indicative pricing. You pick up the phone, you call them and go, you reply to a job on Online Tradesmen, I'd like to take you up on that, let's go.
Property owners have realised that the cost of trading up is restrictive because of our high rates of stamp duty, which alone can cost more than an extension. For this reason, many forgo paying the government astronomical sums for the privilege of moving to gain, say, an additional bedroom or reception room. Instead, they are opting to remain where they are and build up or out to accommodate their extra needs as their families grow. The actual work undertaken on your behalf by a surveyor is often the subject of derision and speculation. So Property View decided to investigate exactly what they do and what they charge. It's coming up in part 2.